Today's lesson in pre-algebra is called Mathematical Symbols and Multiples. Our goals for this lesson are to review basic arithmetic and mathematical symbols and to identify multiples of a given whole number. Okay, if I were to ask you what is a number, what would you say? A number is a symbolic representation of a quantity. Let's say, for example, you don't have to write this down. Okay, if I say the number 12, that's a symbol. The symbol used to represent the idea of a number is called a numeral, and I know you've heard that before. A numeral can do a word like, we can do this, we can spell it out, we can use digits, we can use a fraction, that represents 12, or a group of digits. I can say 3 times 4, or 10 plus 2, or I can go like this. I can use tallies. Okay. There's other ways to note the number 12 as well, but I think you get the idea. There are many other symbols that you're probably familiar with in your study of math. For example, if I show you this symbol, what does that mean? We know that means addition. Or if I show you this symbol, you know it means subtraction. What does this symbol mean? It means multiplication. This symbol means division. In algebra, you learn a few other symbols, like this symbol. That means times. Or parentheses. We use this symbol to represent division, or a fraction is represented like that. And there's a lot of other symbols you use in math as well. There's this one. There's that for feet, inches. You can probably think of a lot of other ones too, but those are symbols. Okay, now let's talk about multiples. Do you know what multiples are? Math and math concepts help man represent his experience. As you become skilled in using math concepts, you'll find that some numerical concepts have patterns and relationships that are also found in non-numerical experiences. An important concept is a multiple. A multiple is a part of a pattern that relates one number to another. Multiples basically means that you're counting by that number. It means you're multiplying by that number. For example, if I want the multiples of 5, that means I multiply times 5. So I start with 0 and I multiply each number times 5. We usually don't put 0 in it though. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so multiples means I multiply this number times the number starting with 1. Okay, if I want multiples of 8, I do the same thing. Think multiple, multiply. Okay, multiply 8 times each number. 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 8 times 3, 24. Okay? Let's look at our vocabulary words. I'm going to read a definition and then say the word. I want you to say the word after me. A mental idea of a quantity is a number. A symbol to represent the idea of a number is a numeral. Okay? All right, let's look at a few of our problems. Number 1, I want you to make sure that after I write this down, that you stop the tape and try to figure it out. Okay, and then compare it with mine. It says equals 16. Okay, I want to know which signs are missing. Let's do this one together. Well, if I put plus here, that's 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10, so that's not 16. But I have 8, and I know 3 plus 5 is 8. I know 8 times 2 is 16. Okay, are you understanding what to do now? Okay, number 3. I want you to fill in the missing operational signs. Okay, number 3 says, it starts out the same. In fact, it's the same problem, but it says equals 17. Okay, I want you to stop the tape and figure out that problem. Then compare it with mine. Okay. Well, if I put plus here, 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2, that's not 17. 8 plus 2 is 10. If I do times 2, I'm going to get 16. Okay. If I subtract it, I'm going to get a negative number, and we don't want to do that. So let's multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. 15, how am I going to get to 17? Well, 15 times 2 is 30. 15 plus 2 is 17. All right. Number 5. True or false? It says 5 plus 4. You don't have to write, on number 5, you don't have to write the problem down unless you want to. 5 plus 4 and 9 are symbols for the same number. True or false? Well, let's look at it. 5 plus 4 is 9. This is 9. So 5 is true. Number 7. It says, type the numeral suggested by this illustration. Are you ready? Okay, I hope you didn't miss this one. You should have said 8. Okay, let's look at number 9. Number 9 says, what number does this represent? I think we have room down here. It shows this. You don't have to write this down. There's a 0 here. And it has a dot here. Okay. What numeral is suggested by that illustration? Okay. Well, obviously, it's 2. Okay, let's look at number 11. Number 11 says, okay. This has, see if I can draw this. Let's see, it says, and then it has this. I hate to break it to you, but your teacher can't draw. Okay. What numeral is represented by that illustration? Okay, you should have said 70 degrees. Okay? The degrees is already there, so don't worry about typing it. Just make sure you type the 70. Okay, I want you to go through, review this lesson, and go ahead and answer the rest of the questions.